Welcome to episode number 48 of the Blitz Take. I am here with Rodger Sherman, who is doing a college football road trip, and he's in the middle of a spectacular thing. So welcome.
Yeah, thanks for having me. And really, I wanted to thank you for keeping me entertained when we went to that awful Northwestern Rutgers game. We met a couple weeks ago when we went to the only game taking place in the Northeast of the United States on the Sunday of Labor Day weekend, and it was extremely hot and extremely sunny. And Northwestern did not score any points until the last minute. So instead of watching the very bad game, you helped me pass the time, and we talked about college football. That you really saved me there for about an hour
Yeah.
of game time.
Uh,
So
what?
the least I can do is come back and talk to you again after you bailed me out there.
Yeah. So my next question is, where are you currently at, and which games do you plan on going to this weekend?
I'm in New York right now. So my family's from New York. I live in New York currently, and it just so happened this week I'm going to games again in the Northeast. I'm going to Maryland, Virginia tomorrow. Virginia at Maryland in College Park on Friday night, and then on Saturday I'm going to the Backyard Brawl, which is the rivalry game between Pittsburgh and West Virginia. Very geographically close, but they stopped playing for a couple decades. So I'm driving from New York to Maryland tomorrow, and then Maryland to West Virginia on Saturday. And I'm very excited about that game in West Virginia. People say that Morgantown is a really unique environment, and that rivalry game is going to be incredible. I'm very excited.
So which sorry, how are the tailgates before the games that you have attended?
Um, so I need to work on that a little bit. Part of the idea is that I'm driving from school to school, and I keep running into issues with parking. And I keep thinking, oh, I'm at the game 3 hours early. I'm in the town 3 hours early. And then I take like an hour and a half to park. And then I get there and I drink like one beer with someone. Um, so, which is fine because most of the time I have to drive out afterwards. And, I'm very strongly against drinking and driving. So but this Saturday, I'm very excited because I'm going to get to Morgantown about 7 hours before the game, and someone has offered to let me stay in their house in Morgantown so I don't have to drive out afterwards. And I think this Saturday will be my first legit tailgate of the trip. I've had a couple of other fun ones at Utah. Was really nice because I got there early and it was the first game of the year and it was a night game, which really helped. Um, Most of the time, I've just been capturing sort of the after party as everyone is scrambling to get into the stadium and take apart their tents. So I'm working on that. There are a couple of things I need to be better at on the trip, and that's one of them because I feel like you can't experience college football if you're not fully experiencing the tailgates.
Mhm.
Sorry, it's a little bit of a disappointing answer.
Uh, so I'm not sure what schedule is like for you next weekend, but which games will you be attending next weekend?
Next weekend, um, so on Thursday, there's only one game, and it's at Coastal Carolina, which I'm kind of excited about. I've watched the games on the teal turf there a lot. Friday, I'm picking between a few games. I haven't figured it out yet. Part of the thing about the trip is that it's all very last minute, and I'm figuring
Hmm.
everything out as I go. Um, but Saturday, I'm going to go to Cincinnati. It's having their first ever Big 12 home game, and it's against Oklahoma. And Cincinnati waited to get into the Big 12 for a very long time. Waited to get into a power conference forever. They were going 12-0, 11-1, and they finally got the call up. And this is the only time they'll play against Oklahoma because Oklahoma is leaving the league to join the SEC. So I really think it's like a upset alert moment where they have this one shot to kind of enter the Big 12 with a huge win, and I want to see what happens.
Mm-hmm. So what is your plan for when the bowl games arrive? Are you planning on going to almost everyone?
Well, bowl is really logistically tough. There are games Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and I think that's too many. It's great for the fans, and it's bad for idiots driving from game to game across the country. Because going to five, so far the best I've done is 4 games in 5 days. Going to 6 in a week, I think might might kill me. So I'll have to be a little bit smart about that. You know, I'm not going to go to the game at Boise State, the bowl game they have up there. I'm not going to go to those games, but yeah, I'm going to try to hit as many of them as I can, just as I do every other week. I think I'm actually starting to kind of plan that out now because um, no matter what, the bowl games are actually kind of the most planned out games in a way. Like the start times for regular season games, they announce the kickoffs just a few days before, but the bowl games are already set in stone. So I can actually kind of get started working on those. I know that I will be attending, and this is a reveal that I haven't announced yet. I know I'll be attending the Duke's Mayo Bowl in Charlotte, North Carolina on December 27th, I think. Their team was very excited about having me go to the game. And I think I'll probably have to eat some mayo, which hopefully the mayo is on something because mayo by itself
Mm-hmm.
is a little bit disturbing, but we'll see.
So thank you so much for coming on. And I hope to
Yeah,
have you
no
back
problem.
on in a couple of weeks to recap the next 2 weekends. And I hope that you have a fun trip.
Yeah, sure thing. And when's the next game you're going to?
Um, I'll be I'm actually starting to look at the Princeton football games.
Yeah,
For
yeah, their season starts.
Yeah, their season starts tomorrow out west in San Diego
Uh-huh. Oh wow.
against
Um,
against San Diego University.
yeah, yeah, the not San Diego State, University of San Diego.
Yeah,
That that's that's I didn't know they'd play out west like that. So that's maybe I know I might try to mix in some Ivy League games, especially the ones they play on Friday nights. So I'll let you know if I'm coming to Princeton.
yeah, for sure. Thank you again.
Thanks, Alex.
Yep.